Let's go outside, let's take a walk in the sun. There are things to learn and things to see. A big wide world for you, your dog, and me. Dog Talk. Hi everybody and welcome to Dog Talk. I'm Pat Becker. Rusty is with us. How are you, my dear?
I'm doing great, Pat.
Excellent.
You got puppies?
Oh, we've got everything here today. It's just going to be wonderful. Trish,
yes.
Welcome for goodness sakes.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on today.
And I see all Paws is here. Julie and Jessica, how are you guys?
We're great, thank
you.
you.
And who are these puppies you're holding?
I have Astro.
And this one is?
Linus.
Linus. They are absolutely adorable. What puppy isn't? But these are precious. White is a wonderful, wonderful color. Aren't you cute? Yes,
Until
you
they
are.
go and get in the mud.
Yeah, till they get yes. till they get in the mud, and then it's not so sweet. So tell me about All Paws.
Well, we are a foster-based rescue. We're fairly new. We have been around since November of last year. And basically, as long as we have a foster home for any kind of animal that is, as long as the foster knows how to take care of an animal, then we... I'm sorry.
Yeah, the puppy says that's very important.
Yes, so we take in more than just dogs and cats. We do rabbits, we do ferrets, we do guinea pigs.
Oh my goodness! So that is All Paws.
All Paws.
Yes, absolutely.
Their name, yeah.
So how many? I'm out of curiosity. How many people surrender a rabbit?
You would be surprised actually, because people get rabbits for Easter. They think that they're cute, and they don't realize how much work they are. So.
Yes. Oh my goodness!
Yes.
Oh, that's a no-no. I've always felt that way. I feel the same way about chicks. You know, things like that. Little animals like that. You know, that there are kind of a novelty, and then it wears off, and then they either wander away or they get surrendered. I don't like that at all.
Yeah, and they do guinea pigs, and
oh
so,
my goodness. Well, you know, it is a wonderful rescue, and as I say, these puppies are precious. Now, they are up for adoption.
Yes, they sure
are. They are how old?
They're about 9 weeks.
9 weeks old, folks. This is a precious puppy. Need I tell you? Look at this. Oh, goodness gracious.
How can you resist that face?
How could you resist it? Well, we are so grateful for you coming on, and thank you so much. We have a donation to give to you.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
And keep us in touch, because now that you are started and up and running like this and doing so well, we'd like to help keep supporting you.
Well, thank you so much. Absolutely.
Well, no, it is our pleasure. And as I say, we who just talk about it makes it easy. People who do the hands-on, that is the big task. And we have great respect for you guys. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
A1 Pet Emporium is Oklahoma's authority on healthy nutrition for dogs and cats. Quality does not have to cost more, and we only have the best. If your pet suffers from allergies, digestive issues, skin infections, or hair loss, it may be the result of their diet. A1 Pet Emporium can help. We offer pet portraits monthly, adorable rescue animals every Saturday from noon to 4, and free dog and cat food samples. Locally owned and operated, we want to be your neighborhood pet store.
Welcome back. This is our Trainers Forum. Normally we're here to answer questions for you, but today I thought I'd bring some friends and show you some training techniques. So first I have Maddie Snell. She came in. How you doing, Maddie?
Doing good. How are you?
Welcome back to the show. It's a little different because we brought dogs today. Who do you have for us?
This is Azani, and he's one of my competition trick dogs.
Okay. So you're a trainer.
Yes.
What is the favorite thing that you like to work with your dog?
Well, I love doing some fun, silly tricks. So I've got a couple fun, silly tricks to show you guys today.
That'd be great. Let's see what we got.
So, Zani, sit. Will you hold this, please? Thank you. So having them hold things for me. Will you bring that to me? Well, thank you. Very nice. Good job. Give me a hug. Oh, very nice hug. Thank you. Are you shy? Down? Are you shy? Oh, very shy, very shy. Oh, very good. Thank you. Okay, come to ready. So we have a lot of silly fun tricks that are a lot of fun to do. And there's many goofy tricks, but these are some that we actually do for our BDO's classes as well. So like the hold, take it, hold. They'll hold anything you put in their mouth for them. Thank you. And the ready command, ready? is something we use to get in position, bless you, in position for competition. So we use it for agility and fly ball. So it's something fun.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for bringing him out and showing a few things that you like to do with him.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
You're very welcome. Next, I have Shelly Ergman from Full Circle. She's got a couple puppies for us. Oh, hey Shelly, how are you doing? So what do we have here? Either one.
These are 12-week-old miniature pinchers. They're destined to be conformation competition dogs. My favorite thing to work with on dogs and puppies is just confidence building from the get-go. The day these puppies were able to walk out of their bed and wander around in the whelping pen, we had all kinds of surfaces, things for them to climb on, cat toys, things that made noise.
Okay.
And that helps build a confidence in dogs so they're able to do those wonderful tricks. Most bites are fear-related and not truly aggression-related.
Okay.
And so we want to build confidence in these puppies so we don't have those puppies that come to obedience classes for any of us that you're dragging in on the end of a leash or are trying to snip at their owners. So that's kind of my favorite technique, is to work on confidence building with puppies so we don't have those fear-related issues.
So from a confidence building, and you're talking about different levels, so that's really a mental thing that you're really stimulating
Absolutely.
their growth when they're young, get that
Absolutely.
experience out there so when they mature and become older adults, then that really gives them a great foundation.
Absolutely. All kinds of movement. I actually play a lot of sounds for my iPad, all kinds of household sounds. I run the vacuum around inside their pen while they're in there, so they're not worried about that. Turn on the hair dryer. I play airplane noises and dishwasher, and you name it, they hear it from the time they're old enough to hear.
Wow, those are some really great tips. I really think you guys should consider that when you're bringing a new dog into your house, and even a puppy for sure. So thank you very much. Can I keep this one for a few minutes?
Sure.
All right,
Few
great.
minutes.
Yeah. And then we have Heather Rhodes from the Canine Sports Academy. She has also brought a puppy out here, but it's completely different.
Yes, so this is Cody. This is a Swiss Mountain Dog, and I do a lot of puppy training myself. One of my favorite things to teach them is a recall or a come. It comes in very handy, especially with puppies who like to get into things. For them to come when called to their name. And with that, it adds a positive association to not only you, but also to their name.
Great. Are there some games you can play with that recall?
There is. One of my favorite is called Puppy Ping Pong. And that's where you get a group, 1, 2, 3 people even, and you send the puppy back and forth. Everybody's got treats, everybody's got a happy voice, and they learn so quickly. It's awesome to see.
Oh, fantastic. So you teach us our puppy at Canine Sports Academy. What's the best thing about that class?
Oh, I just love all the puppies. They come in with a blank slate. And they are so excited to learn and so excited to do anything you ask of them.
Fantastic.
It's wonderful.
So Cody's only 4 months old.
Yes.
Unlike this little guy or gal here, Cody will get a lot bigger. A Great Mountain Swiss normally can be 90 pounds for a female, if not larger. So hi, Cody.
Much larger.
And she's a sweetheart. So
Very.
well, we appreciate everyone coming out today. And ladies, if you want to come back and join us. Always, when you're looking to work with your dog, contact your local trainer. We have facilities all over the metro, from Norman to Edmond to Oklahoma City, and we thank you all for coming out today and joining us. And our viewers, please reach out and come and see us. And we'll see you after the break.
Hey Dog Talk fans, make sure you join the conversation on social media. Just go to facebook.com/dogtalktv. We'd love to hear a story of your furry friend, so send us an email to pat@dogtalktv.com. You could be featured as our Dog of the Week. Now, enjoy the show.
How lucky we are, because Nicole Holloway is with us today. How are you, my dear?
I'm just great. Pat, how are you?
Well, we're seeking advice, as usual, from the lawyer. So I've had a lot of emails and calls about statute of limitations. Somebody has said to me recently, you know, I lost my dog. I don't know what happened. It was raining. The dog got out. We haven't seen her. Occasionally someone will say that they had seen her, but I finally figured out where the dog was. So I went to these people's house and I knocked on the door and I said, guys, do you have a little dog? And she described it, and the people said, yes, we do. And she said, may I see it? So that they were a little skeptical, but they brought the dog up, and the dog recognized her immediately. It hadn't been that long a time. And so she said, "This is my dog. Could I have the dog back?" That created a big problem. So actually, she had contacted a lawyer, and the lawyer said, could be that, dogs are like products,
They're considered property. As much as I don't like that, sometimes it does
That's
benefit
right.
us.
So if someone finds a piece of your property, and it's been a year or so, whatever, what is that all about?
Well, generally speaking, if someone takes your property without authorization, they're not supposed to have it, and you want it back, you can sue them within 2 years. There's a peculiar thing where sometimes if they've intentionally taken it and hidden it from you, you may get a little bit longer. But 2 years is quite some time, especially if you find it locally and somebody has it. So you can certainly, file a claim against them within that 2-year period. Now, criminally, they can be charged for up to 3 years. So if it's after the 2 years, but within the 3 years, you may contact the police and say, listen, these people took my dog. This is my dog. Can you, file misdemeanor charges against them or something? And that may give you some leverage to try to get the dog back or something like that.
So that's interesting. In the case of a dog being actually stolen, so the dog was taken from a yard or something like that. But in the case of one getting out and the people searching for it and not finding it, then that is the other option.
Right.
So then you go to a civil court.
Correct.
Aha. So have you ever had any experience with something like this? Have you ever known this kind of thing to happen?
Not really with dogs, with hard real property and things like that, yes, but I've heard stories about people finding their dogs and having trouble, getting them back from the people. Like most things, a lot of times a letter from the right person, attorney perhaps, can convince the other people
Yes.
that, this is not,
And
this is more trouble than I want to get into.
Yeah, and there is a confliction here, because if a little dog is lost, it will gravitate to the person, and it has been raised kindly, it will gravitate to the person who rescues it. And in some cases, that could be called a rescue. I saw this dog on the street. I rescued this dog. So it is, if the dog was, say, in a situation that was abusive, you see what I'm saying?
We've talked about this before, too,
Yes.
where sometimes an animal that is not necessarily taken care of as well as they should end up in the hands of someone else. These people obviously, for one reason or another, may try to get the dog back, and you're always really suspicious if you're the person that has found the dog and says, you know what, the dog wasn't as healthy as it should have been, or see, then there's the argument to be made that they don't deserve the dog back. So a civil suit, all of this actually could come out, because that could be a defense, as in, maybe it's not necessarily my dog, it wasn't my dog to begin with, but this person was not handling this peculiar type of property the way they should,
Right.
and so you can bring animal laws into it.
Yes, and then I guess you could have neighbors who were witnesses or something to this
there's
sort.
a lot more layers to it, because you have something that breeds.
Yeah, it is.
So I have another question. So you lose your dog, and you get it gets picked up by a rescue, and rescues work in a network that crosses state lines.
Right.
Do you have any jurisdiction that way if your dog ends up in another state and you see it on a rescue site and you try to claim it back, or is that just creating more of a challenge than what it could be?
It's a lot more of a challenge. The most immediate thing you should do then is try to work with the rescues to bring it back. But trying to have a piece of property like that brought back into the state through the court system is pretty difficult.
I would assume that most states have some different laws, maybe,
Probably.
in that area. So
It's
that's
more a matter of jurisdiction of, do the courts in Oklahoma have the right to tell a citizen of another state who now has possession of this dog that they can't have it for one reason or another? That's where you get kind of the conflicting thing. Different state courts don't like to infringe upon, like we don't want to tell Kansas too much what to do, because we don't want Kansas telling us what to do, kind of a thing.
It is a very, very complicated issue.
It can be.
And I think you're correct. That does kind of exacerbate the problem, doesn't it?
It could at
if
times.
they went out of state.
It sounds like you should do your best to communicate with the person that may have your dog, and if you could show that it was yours,
Right.
and then
Appeal,
if you have
to them emotionally.
appeal to them emotionally,
And that we still love this dog, and
Right.
we took care of this dog, and this dog is missed.
Right.
If you have children or somebody who owned it, who did things with it, it's very, very, very kind of convoluted. I don't exactly understand, why a person would, if they wanted to get their dog back, why they couldn't get through to a person. But then those things do happen, and because dogs are considered property, and we get back to that issue. Is that ever going to change?
I hope so. And there we have moved closer to recognizing them with more attributes than just like a book that you own or something like that. But there still is, at the very base level, they're still considered property. If somebody steals a dog and it's not a purebred that has a price tag of X, it's going to be a misdemeanor because that's, less than $500 or less than $1,000
so
or
actually,
whatever.
oh, wow.
So then you get into different, again, different layers. Now, if you stole a dog that was worth $10,000, you could be charged with a felony because that's
Because
over
of the
X
property it
amount.
was worth.
Exactly. So there's so many different characteristics to look at, so many different layers of who has jurisdiction. Is it municipal court? Is it county court? Is it something that you need to go to the police with? Is it something that,
Exactly. So for those particular answers, folks, I guess you should go to an attorney. And of course, this is a perfect attorney for that because she knows all of the dog issues and how to deal with them. Nicole, we are so appreciative of you coming on.
I love coming here, Pat. It always makes my day to be able to try to help somebody.
Well, I can't tell you how many viewers that we have that say, I didn't realize that. I just learned something today. And so it really is very helpful, educating everybody who has a dog as far as the opportunities they have to learn about the laws, because we are governed by those. So that is basically it. We're going to take a quick break, folks, and we'll be right back. Thank you so much.
A1 Pet Emporium is Oklahoma's authority on healthy nutrition for dogs and cats. Quality does not have to cost more, and we only have the best. If your pet suffers from allergies, digestive issues, skin infections, or hair loss, it may be the result of their diet. A1 Pet Emporium can help. We offer pet portraits monthly, adorable rescue animals every Saturday from noon to 4, and free dog and cat food samples. Locally owned and operated, we want to be your neighborhood pet store.
So Nancy Haddock has a new facility for Twister Agility.
Okay.
It's going to be a great video. Let's
check it out.
watch it.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Nancy Haddock Dudek, and welcome to the new Twister Agility Training Facility. We just moved here, we have indoor heated arena, and right now you're standing in the office area. This is the desk where I check students in and we talk about our lesson plan and what to do next. This is our kitchen area where you can help yourself to drinks or a snack if you need some energy before you start working your dog. File cabinet with student materials to build equipment and take exercises home for work at home. And we also have a library if you'd like to check something out and read more about your dog. So let's go out now to the indoor training facility where we can work morning, noon, and night. Well, you're in our indoor training facility. We're very proud of it. We can be in here if it's raining, if it's cold, because we're heated, so we'll be nice and warm this winter. The flooring is the top of the line agility matting. It provides cushion for the dogs to protect their joints, yet it is very, very grippy so they don't slide. It's the only agility matting that the dogs are proven to run on the matting the same as they would outside on the grass or dirt, which is very important. We can fit all of our equipment in here to run full courses so that we can work on any kind of skills the dogs need to learn. The facility is 50 by 80 feet long. We have large cargo doors at each side that the breeze blows through and keeps us nice and comfortable all summer long in spring. So all of our equipment will fit in here for a full course. You can see our brand new state-of-the-art teeter. It's a teeter that they just came out with. It has bushings in the back so the dogs are not bounced off. It's super quiet. It's very comfortable for the dogs. Our A-frame jumps. We have wing jumps and wingless standards so the dogs learn how to jump anything. Of course, our dog walk, and we have multiple tunnels. I have about 8 tunnels, so if your dog wants to run some tunnels and jumps, we can handle it. This is Patty. She's one of my students from Tulsa. She's been coming down here for about 7 years, and this is her dog, Dazzle. Patty has several dogs, and this is her lovely Cocker Spaniel, Dazzle. She's coming around to the teeter. Beautiful. Great job, Patty. Well, you've seen the indoor facility. I'd like to also mention that we have a full outdoor arena as well. Thanks once again for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed visiting with us today. I know I enjoyed visiting with you, and I hope to see you and your dog at Twister Agility soon.
That was a great video.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Now it's time for our visit with the Oklahoma City Animal Shelter.
Oh, that's right.
Hi everyone, I'm here at the Oklahoma City Animal Shelter and I am with John Gary. We have got a beautiful little dog here. She needed a little bit of TLC from what it sounds like, and she is ready for adoption now. She's absolutely precious. Her name is Della, and John's going to tell us a little bit about her story, her background, and the situation she came from.
So Della came to us on August 11th in a lot worse condition than she is today. She was actually part of a cruelty investigation that we were working, and that involved her, another dog, and some goats. And when she came to us, she was in very, very poor condition, very, very thin. She needed a lot of time to just really just gain weight and become healthier. And so we spent some time here with our vet staff, and we've been working on her, and she just recently became available for adoption today.
Oh, wow, that is terrific. I tell you what, you know, these cruelty cases, we never want to hear about them. Unfortunately, you know, it's a fact every day. There are animals out there being mistreated. You know, what is the protocol on something like that when you hear about animals that are being mistreated? How does the investigation process and things like that? What are the steps that are taken before the animals actually come into the shelter?
So initially when a cruelty is reported, we have 2 cruelty investigators that work here for us, and typically it's turned over to one of them. They'll go out and do the initial investigation, determine whether or not there really is a violation or really cruelty taking place. If there is, then we usually impound, charges will then follow. And we have various levels of animal cruelty here in Oklahoma City, from our normal city charges. They're a little bit lesser offenses all the way up to the state charge. It's a felony case. Della here was part of actually a felony case.
Felony case. That's just heartbreaking. So she was severely malnourished. You know, that's something that a lot of people don't realize. You can't just start feeding a dog mass amounts of food to fatten them up when they're like that. You know, there is a process that takes place with that. So how long has she, you said she came available today. How long has she been here?
Since August 11th.
August 11th.
Yes.
So it's taken a little time. Now the other dog, was that dog able to be adopted?
She was, and obviously the other dog wasn't quite as bad as condition as she was, so she became available before Della, and she has already found a new home.
She has. That's terrific. What about the goats? What happened with the goats? Now, were they removed from the home as well?
They were removed from the home, and we also were able to place them into a new home as well.
Wow, that is amazing. You know, I didn't realize that you had goats available here. That that was something that you guys did. Of course, with Dog Talk, we, you know, we sometimes hear a little bit more about the dogs than we do the other animals. But you know, our heart goes out to every animal, every breed, everything. It's, you know, it's very heartbreaking to hear of these cases. I know this is something that you see almost on a daily basis, and I know that's got to be heart-wrenching for you. What are some programs that the Oklahoma City Animal Shelter has that they offer for the community? We had discussed earlier that there's like some educational programs that you do for groups and children. Now, what do those entail?
We do. We have an educational program where we go out to speak to different groups. We do a lot of schools and churches and just a lot of just different organizations where a representative from us, depending on what the group is looking for, sometimes it's a field officer or myself, we'll go out. And we actually talk to the groups about what we do here and the importance of responsible pet ownership, offer them little freebies. We have what we call our Kids for OKC Animals program, and the kids actually will typically take on a small project where they make dog treats or dog toys or cat toys for some of the animals here at the shelter. And so we have a good time with the kids and just really teach them about being responsible pet owners, and then a little bit about the actual care and that these animals need whenever they have one as a pet.
Yes, absolutely. You know, I think children they need pets. It's not only for the companionship, but it teaches them responsibility when they're caring for them. But there's a huge responsibility involved. And so that's something that, you know, at Dog Talk we take very seriously. You know, we want families, if they're looking to get a pet for their children, that's definitely something that needs to be thought about. You know, they need to take the time to investigate what type of breeds might be best. And although that's not always the case, because just because a dog is of a certain breed doesn't make it every dog of that breed the same. But you know, there's so many things that people can do, and bring their kids out here, check your dogs out in the adoption rooms, and spend some quality time with them before you just take a dog home. We appreciate that you offer that to the community. I was told that, I guess Oklahoma City has a program where you offer free spay and neuter for the animals.
We do. Oklahoma City, we started this program, we're a couple years into it now, and it's a free spay and neuter. Half of all our adoption fees go to a fund to provide free spay and neutering for all Oklahoma City residents.
I wish more cities had the capabilities to do programs like that, because I know there's a huge need. Thanks again so much for your time. We appreciate you and all that you guys do.
Dogs. We're talking about dogs. Talking about big dogs, talking about little dogs, oh yeah. Chasing the ball, chasing the cat, digging holes, thing like that. Dogs. Talking about dogs. Laughing dogs, sad dogs, happy dogs, mad dogs. Dogs. Just talking about dogs. Lost and alone, running the street, checking the garbage, looking to eat. Out there sad and on their own, the law will get them if they got no home. Dogs, talking about dogs.